Hey, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Diesel from Shades and Souls. If you guys haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure to hit that like button to help my channel grow. And if you guys want to be notified for new videos such as this, make sure to hit that bell button as well. Alright guys, so here we have a video for the complete evolution from the Kyrie Ones all the way down to the Kyrie Six. Not only are we going to be discussing about the changes of the shoe, but we're also going to be talking about how they feel differently from one another. So when we're talking about the Kyrie shoes, we cannot talk about the Kyrie line between the 1 to 6 without talking about the designers. So Kyrie 1, 2, 3 has been designed by Leo Chang. Kyrie 4, 5, and 6 has been designed by Benjamin Nethankome. I'm not sure if I pronounced the last name right, but it's Benjamin Nethankome. And the reason why the two names are very significant, I will tell you guys in a few. So let's start off with the Kyrie Ones. The Kyrie Ones was very promising as a first signature shoe. Look at that traction, all herringbone. Did it work completely? I was slipping sometimes with these. This one had 4-foot zoom, but to be honest, like you could feel it on foot, but during the court, like I just couldn't feel it, man. And the reason I think why is because the covering on this one is blocking the rubber that's encasing that zoom, and so I think that's what's stopping the zoom from expanding or anything like that, from feeling like it's working. The upper of the shoe, although this has 3 different things going as an upper material, this one really fit narrow. Believe it or not, I'm a size 8.5. This is a size 9.5 and it's still narrow to me. So there you have it. That was the Kyrie One, first of its signature line. Next we have the Kyrie 2. Traction was even better than the Kyrie Ones. Where did this shoe fail? To me personally, this shoe broke my foot. Okay, literally broke my foot. I had to go surgery on it, sidelined me for 6 months, didn't play till about like the 8th month, but it is what it is. Shit happens, so what? So the upper was harder than the Kyrie Ones, but the worst part of it is the midsole. Like, look at how hard that is, man. Look at how hard that is. Like, I couldn't, even until this day, if I wear this shoe, my bad foot would hurt when I'm wearing this shoe. That's how bad this is. I know some people love the Kyrie 2s and can work with the Kyrie 2s. Me personally, I just can't, and I just explained to you why. And that's the midsole of this. Like, trust me. 3, the Kyrie 3s. Kyrie 2's traction were better than the Kyrie 3's. The midsole was kind of better, but they brought back the narrowness of this shoe. So this is a size 9. This is also still a size 9. The upper mesh on this feels softer. Feels softer than the I think this was even actually ballistic mesh. Yeah, it feels like ballistic mesh or engineered mesh, either or. I'm telling you, now I said in the beginning, significant to talk about the designers. Check out the ones. Check out how hard that is, man. Check out the 2s. Bro, this was my issue with the Kyrie Sixes. Remember that? Like, I can only flex this portion and you can't flex the entire midfoot all the way here. I'm not saying you're going to be flexing that portion. I'm saying your feet is going to be on this the entire time. Would you not want something that moves or as flexible as your feet is? I know your feet don't flex all the way in the back, but don't be an idiot. You know what I'm talking about. 3, still hard, right? Still hard. I know I haven't gone through the materials and all of that stuff yet with the 4, 5, and 6, but let's just check out the differences. Look at the 4, and mind you, I've never worn this. This is a Kyrie 4 I've never played with. So look at how that flexes. Kyrie Fives. Look at how that flexes. See that? Kyrie 6. Look at how that flexes. So tell me that's not a big difference from the designer of the 1, 2, 3s and the designer from 4, 5, 6. So this has been a bad experience for me. Cool. The shoes look cool. Like, that's a given. Kyrie shoe, like, you can rock with this. If ever you want to do it casually, like, you can rock with it. But performance wise, I think that's what it was lacking. I think it was lacking cushion. I think the midsole was just too damn hard, and they were too focused on court feel for the first 3 models. If you look at Kyrie's history, besides the knee infection, check out which portion was it going to be, the first half or the second half of the shoe. He had more injuries. Lower extremity wise, I'm not talking about upper extremity, I'm talking about lower extremity wise. And then I haven't done my research, but just come back to me, comment down below. Tell me if I'm wrong in that aspect. All right, let's go to the 4s. The first Ben Nethankomi shoe. So they kept with the traction since from the 1s, having it raised up, like the traction all the way. Same with the 2s, 3s, and the 4s, the 5s, and the 6s. So let's just get that out of the way. But the big difference is, look at that injected phylon, bro. That's way different from what I was showing you, especially with the 2s. That rubber is soft. To me, even after the Kyrie 6s, Kyrie 4s has been the most comfortable Kyrie shoe out there. Comfortable in a sense of the cushion and the upper. Like, the first 3 were just really freaking narrow and was hurting my foot. We go up to the 5s. Traction. Oh, if I failed to mention, the 4s had good traction. The 5s had better traction. Is it up to the Kyrie 2 level? I would say really close. But the thing with the Kyrie 5s was that if you had a different outsole, I had the Black Magic, I had this one, and this one didn't hold as good as the Black Magics. The Black Magics were better outsole wise, traction wise, than this one. So different traction have different results for the Kyrie 5s. Kyrie 5s had engineered mesh. Kyrie 4s had just a regular mesh, which is why it was softer and more comfortable. The Kyrie 5s altogether was more supportive. I don't think anybody would disagree to that. The Kyrie 5s was more supportive than the 4s, but the 4s are just way more comfortable than the 5s was. And now to the current Kyrie 6s. I'm still yet to make a real review of this, but here's some portions of the Kyrie 6s. Traction, after breaking them in, is up to par or even greater than the Kyrie 5s. I'm not sure about the other colorways, but for this colorway, the jet black colorway, I would say is better. If not equal, then better than the Kyrie 5 Black Magics. The upper is now ballistic mesh. My Kyrie ones were a size 9.5. Everything else in between was a size 9. So that the second to the 5th, that was a half size bigger on me. This one I went with true to size, and my foot feels okay with it. Now, I do understand like some people got that pinky toe issue, and that's fine. I'll tell you, it will hurt for a little bit, but after a while, when the shoe breaks in, it will break in, man. Believe me. But I know some of you guys, like right on the first initial wear or first initial try on, you want them to be comfortable right away. I urge you to try something that's not comfortable right off the box. If it's just snug is the issue, but if you try to feel underneath this shoe, the reason why it would be that snug was because of the foam padding that's on the upper on these ones. And mind you, this is ballistic mesh, so it is softer than what the engineered mesh had on the fives. Like when you get your foot on this shoe, like this shoe is as padded as the fours, if not even more padded. This is also very comfortable. It all works out. Would I say it's better than the 4 and 5s? I say it was a combination of the good traction of the 5s and the comfortability of the 4. Is it the best out of the Kyrie line so far? I would say yes. The only thing I would give out for this shoe is these two have zoom turbos. These are the only two that got zoom turbos. This one got 4-foot rectangular zoom. This one has the zoom in the back or in the heel. This one has a zoom in the heel as well. No 4-foot zooms on these, the second and the third. The fourth one has that zoom bag on the heel as well, but these two have the zoom turbos in front. Right off the bat, both of them, you can feel the zoom turbo, but I feel like the difference on the two is you can feel the air transfer more on the 5s than on the 6s, because on the 6s, when you think about it, the zoom turbos are right here, right? But what's encasing that zoom turbo is another rubber, which is the Phylon rubber. Same with this one. So I know this is the outsole rubber, but underneath that is this rubber right here. That's what's encasing the zoom turbo that's inside. I believe there's better air transfer here because of the shape of the shoe. Not only just the shape, but also the size of the rubber. So if you're putting the zoom turbo even lower to the ground and you shaved off some of that rubber, instead of giving your zoom air turbo some space or some cushion or just some extra space for that airbag to expand, you took that out. You can feel the zoom turbo here, but you don't feel the air transfer as you do with the 5s. That's not my opinion. That's how I felt when I wore these. Do I feel the zoom? Yes. Do I feel the court feel? Yes. Do I feel the air transfer of the zoom? No. But do I feel the responsiveness? Yes. So that is the breakdown of the tech that's in the shoe. And one more very, very important thing I know nobody will be discussing about the Kyries is the form and the difference of the shapes of the traction or the outsole. Now, how I want you guys to view this is check out where the shadow ends and where the light enters. Okay, so the shadow ends right there at the middle, right? Check out the 2s, way dead center, right? Check out the 3s, dead center. Now it feels like there's 2 and there's a light in the middle, but that's because look at that. This is where it meets the ground. This portion right here. Okay. Start with the 4s. Same thing. Start with the 5s. Dead center. Same with the 2s. And now with the 6s. What's the difference? This is leaning towards the medial side, not the middle, the medial side, right? This is gonna be your big toe right here, right here. And it's leaning towards that side. See that? Now I know what you're gonna ask me. You're gonna be like, Diesel, what was the significance of showing us what meets the floor to the outsole of the shoe? Well, I'll tell you what. I may not be a physical therapist, but I am in the medical field. I am a nurse by profession. I am a medic in the army. So yes, I know something about medical shit and know something about anatomy. So experience-wise and education-wise, anatomically, your foot, if you are standing correctly and if your feet is shoulder width apart, what's touching the damn floor? If you're gonna be just gonna be standing, like toe wise, what's gonna be hitting the floor? It's gonna be your first and second ball of the foot. Majority of your weight is on there. So when you took a look at the first model, it was in the middle, so it was helping your third and fourth ball of the foot. Same thing with this one. It's gonna be on your third and fourth ball of your foot. This one was even. It was the first, second, third, and fourth. This one was even. First, second, third, and fourth, right? This one was in the middle, which was supporting your third and fourth. The six was the only different one because this was only hitting the first and second. The significance to that would be you're already on there the entire time. I think that was a design flaw. Me personally, in my opinion, this is where my opinion comes to play. I think that was a design flaw because instead of making it even, now where you normally stand, there's an added substance there and nothing to compensate laterally. What does that mean, or how does that translate to people playing basketball? And when you're playing ball, you're supposed to be on your forefoot the entire time. When you're running, you're pushing off tiptoe. Nobody runs with their heel and then go in the next step and the next step. You're pushing off with your tiptoe all the time. But there's an added substance here. There's an added element there where there's already your first and second ball of the foot. Remember when I said on my initial impressions video, sometimes I couldn't feel my third down to the fourth and fifth of my foot touching the floor, and that was for that reason, was because of where the apex of that concave shape is. In basketball, not all people are used to just being on their tiptoes all the time. I'm used to tiptoeing, but I'm used to tiptoeing my 1 through 4 ball of the foot, not just the first two. It took me quite some time to get used to it. Eventually I did, but not without the accident of rolling my foot. And that's why on my picture you see me with wraps on, and that was because of this shoe. People who are not used to tiptoeing, this is gonna serve as a caution to you. Be careful. Okay? Just be careful. I'm not saying this is a bad shoe, because this is one of the best shoes that's out today. If you like the 4s, if you like the 5s, there is no reason for you not to love the 6s. Just for that warning, I'm giving you that warning ahead of time before you buy this shoe, because I know the GR releases on the 22nd. So that was the complete evolution, changes in materials, and how I felt differently from the Kyrie Ones to the Sixes. Did you guys have the same experience? Comment down below, let me know, let's talk. If you guys haven't done so yet, make sure to follow me on IG. That's where I keep my stuff posted, keep you guys updated. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. It's your boy Dizo signing off. Peace out.